reading using the Venus Oracle deck. Let me get myself situated here. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to be reading for you guys today using the second edition of the Venus Oracle deck. So I can't tell you how exciting this deck is. And because it does have a lot of great themes about Venus, love, money, but the way that you can use the deck is very unique. So if you guys are interested in getting the deck yourself, you'll see a website down below, the Venus Oracle deck, and you can order your own. Okay, so we're going to do a pick a card reading, and we are going to do this for Venus in Gemini transit. This is a timeless reading. You can use this for any Venus in Gemini transit. We are currently in a Venus in Gemini energy. So we are going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and give you some options here, okay? So let's go ahead and pull a deck for each stone here. These are double, so we'll do 3. Okay. Now, the Venus RX Oracle deck is astrology based, but it is still an oracle deck in which just your knowledge of astrology and spirituality can also help you with this. So you'll see here that we have the tourmaline, black tourmaline as a deck 1. We have the citrine for deck 2. And we have the rose quartz for deck 3. Okay. All right, so let's just go ahead and make sure everybody gets your chance to choose your cards. If you're watching the replay, timestamps are down below. Okay, and let's begin. We're going to start with the first deck. All right, so let's start with deck 1. If you chose deck 1, then this reading will be for you, okay? And again, we're using the Venus RX Oracle deck, which is the deck I created to use on this channel. With the energy of Venus RX or Venus retrograde transit, in which Venus is very, superficial. If Venus allows us to only go but so far, but in Venus retrogrades, we have the ability to really dig deeper into our circumstance. So let's look at Venus in Gemini for deck 1. And we have the model, the survivor, and volcano. Okay, now you'll see here that this card has some interesting things on it. One of the first things that it has is a QR code in which you can scan that and you can play music during the reading. And you'll see here at the bottom, it says skip, okay? So what this means is that we can skip forward over one of the cards, all right? And so you can ask the person who is reading with you which card would they like to skip forward on. All right, so because this is a universal reading, you go ahead and choose. Would you like to skip the model or skip the survivor? Okay, and then we will base our reading off of which one you decided to skip. Okay, which all has great meaning and significance. So just go ahead and choose which one would you like to skip. If you decided to skip the model, all right, and pull that out of the reading, then we're dealing here with a month that is about you looking deeply into what are the things that you have, the characteristics, the personalities that you have taken on to keep you in a survival mode. Okay. And because this is a Venus RX card, this is about of letting go or looking at why we need to be a survivor all the time. Because sometimes this is unnecessary. Sometimes we can just bask in the presence of our abundance versus seeking to, just deal with our basic needs, right? When we're dealing with Venus energy, we're looking at we have the basics and we have more and we want more. But when the survivor card comes up, it's like we're just trying to get by. So, what is it that you need to relook at so that you can exit this energy of just trying to get by? Okay, now if you decided to skip the survivor and go to the model, then what it definitely means is that you have trumped the survivor card and you are in this position in which this Venus and Gemini transit is going to be about you embracing all of the things that you have released. All the things that you thought you needed in order to, survive. And you're skipped over that, and now you are something that people can follow, something that people can aspire for, a person of influence, a person of a strong presence, as the card has shown, right? So this might be that your month, your time, your transit in Venus and Gemini is about experiencing what it's like to be front and center, to be in the middle of everything, to be the main player of all that is happening around you, right? And it's not, it is about you, but it's about what you give to people. It's about what you represent for people. It's about the impression that you leave on people and the person that there's something about your character and your physical presence that people are really astounded by, surprised by, inspired by, attracted to, and they are wanting to get closer to you through this model card. Okay, so if you chose pile one, then that is your reading. Let's get on to pile two. Okay, so pile two, if you chose pile two, then these are the cards that we have. We have Venus RX, Love on a Pedestal. And it says you're part of something way bigger. This is for your Venus and Gemini transit. We've got the Side Chick card, 2 weeks from now. And we have Venus and Pisces, Surrender. Okay. So we can read these cards in various ways, and understanding your understanding of astrology, but also surrendering to the images in what's going on. So the first thing is here is that we're dealing with some sort of love situation, right? You and somebody you're romantically interested in, attracted to, somebody that has your attention romantically, right? And looking at where it is that you might be, doubting this energy, Venus RX and Pisces, having doubt, a lot of strong doubt in love, feeling scared of the rug being pulled from under you, the illusion of love being not real can happen here with this energy, and to be reminded that you're a part of something a lot bigger. That when we, conceptualize love in ways that, the mind wants to, it's focused on these ideas of what is perfect, what your standards are. But when you understand love, when it's in this energy of Pisces, it's something that is deeper, bigger, wider, more expansive, something that you can barely touch, right? There's unfinished business from past lives. There's situations that you don't understand how much they can expand you. Triggers that are revealing your subconscious limits. So, whatever relationship that you're dealing with during Venus and Gemini, this is going to be a time where you're going to be seeing the undercurrents of why you choose the people that you're with. Why is it that you keep running into these same, obstacles when it comes to certain romance situations, and seeing how a lot of it is the fear of losing this high connection to love, right? Feeling like it's going to be pulled from under you. So now we've also got the side chick card. Now this card has a lot to do. This side chick card has a lot to do with um, indecision. Okay, being indecisive, being in a transition. So when we put these two together, I do see that this space that you're in with this person, it is 2 weeks from now, first of all, you will get some clarity as to, is this something that's sustainable? But right now, there are lessons being learned with this person. And there might be some, situation where it is a third party situation, or you're feeling like a side chick, right? In the sense that you're not feeling like you are part of the whole, but you're part of their puzzle. Maybe you're feeling a little bit used like a piece to a game or a piece to a puzzle versus feeling like you are connected to something big, right? So this idea of separation, a feeling like you're not a part of it, a feeling a lack of belonging is also possible here. But just knowing that the cards say you're in transition and you should get some more insight if you have the patience for 2 weeks from now. So the message here is surrender. And these Venus direct cards are also speaking to like the ability to embody this energy, to dress like a Venus RX person. I mean, to dress like a Venus and Pisces person, and to submit to surrender. So you might want to embody like more ancestral gear. You might want to embody more fantasy like clothes and fashion. You might want to work with more wistful colors, like different shades of blues, different lilacs. You might want to work with interesting materials like everything from fishnets to chains, to anything that is like a material that could be clothing. You know what I'm saying? Experimenting, freeing yourself creatively so that you can, endure this transition period that you're in with Venus and Gemini. Okay? And that is the reading for pile 2. And let's complete today's pick a card reading with the Venus RX Oracle deck with the Rose Quartz, okay? And this is your reading for Venus and Gemini transit. And we have Secret Fantasies, The Awakening, and Reputation Scandal, okay? So this one is going to be a little thick as well, all right? What I'm seeing here is really an ability to get some sort of recognition this time around, but there's some sort of fear with this Venus and Gemini transit that you will be exposed in a way that doesn't, show you in the best light. And that kind of fear is a little polarizing you, and it's keeping you from experiencing these secret fantasies. Okay? Now, this card could mean, that there are some unresolved manifestations. Okay? That you have been dealing with these unresolved manifestations, and so you have these secret fantasies where you are experiencing the manifestation in a way in your mind and in your dream state that seems to be satisfying you. Okay? Um, but what really is happening is that it's kind of securing this energy that um, you need to retreat, right? So you're having unresolved needs and desires being met, and instead of going for it, the cards are actually saying to take more time to understand self, Venus RX in the ninth house, to journey and explore into your fantasies, to understand where they come from. Because some fantasies are fine to keep, but some are actually serving this issue of an inadequacy or fear that is leading you to have anxiety in reality, in real life. Right. So there's this story here with this pile about what is hidden versus what is coming out to the surface. And I feel like the people who picked this pile are dealing with unresolved manifestations. And so this could be actual secret fantasies, but it could also be maybe you're dealing with somebody who is showing signs of mistrust. You're dealing with somebody who is showing that they have secret desires, and they may not necessarily see that you are separate from these desires, but they're secret because you also have some sort of unresolved secrets that you want to experience, fantasies that you want to experience as well. So sometimes that's reflected in a partnership. But when we're dealing with the 12th house, the biggest lesson here is the illusion of separation. That if somebody is having fantasies, it doesn't mean that they don't want you a part of these fantasies. And that might be the same thing for you. Like maybe you're feeling like your fantasies only belong in your mind and in your imagination, but really they want to be integrated into the truest manifestation, which is physical right now. And that would help you to see the awakening because true spirituality in this reading is manifested through your physical matter. If you can manifest it, then you know that you are, in sync, in alignment with your spirituality. The two must go together, the material fantasies and the spirituality. And then whatever is exposed can only help to make you more recognizable, more in your authority, and develop a strong reputation. And if somebody is trying to expose you in a shadowy light, they can't really harm you if you've dealt with your own shadows as well, right? It can't really come up like this if they dealt with this part first. And these are how the cards came in. The cards came in as a secret fantasy first and scandal later. So the scandal or the reputation, right? There's a threat here of a scandal and a reputation being disfigured. But that comes at the end, in which you have a lot of steps here that can basically lead you to, if you've ever heard any press is good press, right? That anything that is coming out that might be like somebody snitching on you or whatever, that you already handled it and it won't be as impactful. So I think this reading is stressing to deal with the secret fantasies, deal with the unresolved manifestations in life, integrating your fantasy into an actual experience, right? And then you can handle the beautiful connection to you and the divine and divine order and divine timing, in which this moment becomes one that propels you forward versus holds you back. Okay? I hope that you guys enjoyed this first reading with the second edition of the Venus Oracle deck. If you guys would like to donate, go ahead and check the link down below. If you would like to purchase a Venus Oracle deck, I also have the links down below. I also give away one deck a month, okay? So you can enter into the giveaway, follow the directions on the site. And what you get is a deck, an entire Venus package, because I'll give you the Venus blueprint reading and other things. So definitely support your girl and let me know what you'd like to see in another Venus reading. And stay tuned for more pick a cards on Eye of Karina TV. Peace and love.